Hello and welcome to the next episode of Coffee with Kelsey. I'm happy to invite you all to learn more about Adoray Home Health and Hospice and give you the opportunity to meet some of our team members here at Adoray. Today I'm joined by Brenda, our volunteer coordinator, who's going to do a two-part series with us. First, we're going to explore the topic of what are hospice volunteers. So to kick it off, Brenda, what is a hospice volunteer?
Well, I'm glad you asked. A hospice volunteer is an individual who supports the Adoray mission of dignity and choice at the end-of-life process and gives their time to providing compassionate care and comfort support to hospice patients wherever they call home.
And why do we have volunteers here at Adoray?
Oh, that's an excellent question as well. At Adoray, it is a very important part of our mission to provide comprehensive, collaborative approach to caring for the hospice patient. The personal connection and support that volunteers provide offers the opportunity for a deeper level of satisfaction and peace for the patient at this stage of life. Also, with Medicare, they've determined that volunteers are a vital part of the caregiving team. Of course, along with nurses, social workers, spiritual care aides, massage therapists. So even though the person's loved ones are the primary caregivers, we honor the Medicare guidelines and recognize the value that each and every volunteer brings to the care team.
Thank you. So rumor has it there's some special volunteer programs here at Adoray. Could you give some details on those?
You bet. We have a lot of opportunities to volunteer in hospice. Some of the ways our hospice volunteers provide services through companionship for patients, visiting with them, providing quiet, caring, listening presence, singing or playing an instrument, giving hand massages. Also, we have offered respite care, providing a break for the caregivers, or doing housekeeping, or light meal preparation, or running errands. If you're a hairdresser, I know some hospice volunteers who could use your talents by you providing a haircut to them when they can no longer leave their home. We also have some specialty types of caregiving at the very end of life, at the bedside, by being an 11th hour volunteer. Making phone calls to grieving families is another way to provide that special support.
So those are really great examples of in-person volunteer opportunities, but we know with COVID-19, we haven't been able to do some of the in-person activities or volunteer opportunities that we're accustomed to. So what if I feel uncomfortable entering a patient's home? Are there still volunteer opportunities?
There is, Kelsey. That's an excellent question. Thank you for asking. We also do have volunteers who help and assist right at our Adoray home office in Baldwin. So great way to support the whole care team. We also have individuals that add joy to a patient's birthday by making birthday bouquets. You can see some on the table there. Or providing a pick-me-up for caregivers by making little baskets for them that contain self-care items. These are all amazing ways for helping Adoray, helping the whole team, even if you're not comfortable visiting in a patient's home.
So it sounds like there's a lot of great opportunities to get involved, and however, whatever aligns best with each volunteer's talents. Do you have any examples of an unusual volunteer activity?
Yes, I do. We have a volunteer who does some handiwork or things for us. And so guess what? All of your skills can be utilized. This This particular volunteer went to a home to help a hospice patient with their handrail. I mean, everybody going in and out, the handrail is missing and everything. Well, it turns out that this volunteer and the patient knew each other from years past. They had worked together, they had known each other in the past, but didn't realize till that day when they connected again. So this is a special way to provide connection to our hospice patients.
Being a pet lover myself, I'm wondering, are there any opportunities for us pet lovers out there to get involved?
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you asked. Well, we do have a Pet Peace of Mind program. And in that program, you can go ahead and offer services to a patient's beloved pet. Perhaps, they can no longer leave the home, so perhaps that animal might need some comfort or may need to go to the vet. And also we offer, when that patient passes away, a way for Pet Peace of Mind adoption to find a forever home for that special pet. Also, if you have certified therapy pet, there's ways to become a hospice volunteer in that regard as well.
And what about the We Honor Vets program? How does that work?
That's an excellent question. Well, the We Honor Veterans program allows our veteran volunteers to be trained in giving a veteran recognition ceremony and also to offer vet-to-vet visits with our hospice patients.
Well, finally, I want to ask you, I see we have some beautiful quilts up here. Could you tell us about some of the quilting opportunities?
Oh yes, absolutely. As you can see here, we have a plethora of quilts, and there's many more in the Adoray office, but we use them, okay? So we have our volunteers that provide these quilts are so loving and so giving, and they provide comfort and warmth to patients. So it's a very great way to use your skills. Also, we have seamstresses making remember me items, a bear or a pillow made out of the loved ones who's passed away out of their clothes, and that's a special memory item for them.
Thank you so much, Brenda. I love the opportunity to learn more about our volunteers and share more about the volunteer programs here at Adoray. And please stay tuned for our next installment of our volunteer programs here at Adoray.
Well, let me take a moment to thank you. This month of April gives us a dedicated time in the United States to celebrate and recognize volunteers. Thank you to everyone who gives their time and talents to help an individual or a cause, whether it be hospice or another area of service. We appreciate you, we acknowledge you, we are honored to know you, because it's you, my volunteer friends, that make the world go around. What do you think, Kelsey? A little toast? Cheers to volunteers.